Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This your brother has arrived. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Mashiach, Malak, Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, learning and or teaching His gospel in truth and sincerity. What we want to do is get into a quick little article and news that, it's been recent, but, I'm sure everyone's caught wind of it, right? The artist formerly known as Kanye, but of course most sites still gonna post by his old name, right? Kanye West. So he made sure to let people know that he changed his name. But let's get into it real quick. Article published by Glenn Rowley on 10/25/2022. Granted, there's plenty of other sources that have published the same information. Kanye West loses billionaire status after Adidas cut ties over his anti-Semitic comments. Kanye West is no longer a billionaire, according to Forbes. The publication reported October 25th that the rapper lost his spot on his list of billionaires after being dropped by Adidas for his string of anti-Semitic rhetoric. The athletic company has stated earlier this month that its collaboration with Ye was under review after he claimed in a now removed episode of the Drink Champs podcast that the thing about it being Adidas is like, I can literally say anti-Semitic-ish and they can't drop me. I can anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? And it was tough things. He playing with fire with it, right? Because he knew when you're dealing with these fake, right? These fake, or we'll say when you're dealing with these so-called Jews, right? These Jewish people, that's pertaining to. So when you're dealing with these Jewish people, right? That run the company, run your information, that run your TVs and your influence, right? They control the things that influence the masses the most, right? When you're dealing with that, when you're going against those powers, it's gonna be, and you're signed to them, right? You're because what happens with these artists, or once artists, whatever the case may be, they make their money. They're totally puppets, right? They're totally puppets under that system, and they know that. Jake made a covenant with the heathen, right? He made a covenant with these deceivers to get this bread, and Ye is no different. Now he may be going down a different path. The Most High may have him go down a different path. We'll see ultimately what's to come of Ye, but he definitely went through it, and that's why he's speaking out against it now at this point. And that's what he was doing. So when you do that, right? And we know how Ye is, man. He anyone who knows, seen interviews of him, he goes in, right, saying they can't drop me, but here they are. They dropped him because of the powers that be. Amalek of Esau, right? Satan really running this thing. So Ye broke the oath. He went against them, and of course, they best believe they were going to drop him from his endorsements. There's just no way you'd walk away scot-free from that, right? Not after the noise he's been making. And all praise to Yahawashi Yahawashi, he's making that noise because a lot of this is going to be used to wake Jake's up, right? Let's go down to what remains of yet Kanye's financial empire in the wake of losing his Adidas deal stems from the real estate, cash, his music catalog, and a 5% stake in ex-wife Kim Kardashian's shapewear firm Skims, per reporting by Forbes. So now, other brands who've ceased working with Ye over his anti-Semitic diatribes include Balenciaga Production Company, MRC, and Creative Artist Agency, Gap, is also removing Yeezy products from shelves in production and closed the rapper's Yeezy Gap online store. Meanwhile, Kardashian and her sister, Khloe Kardashian, have both spoken out publicly in support of the Jewish community without naming Kanye or directly addressing his comments. So he's lost everything, right? He's losing, and he's still losing, right? There's still things he's losing. It's not even finished because he has so many possessions, right? And just let you know that, look, these riches with these dead, again, we always get on these dead Edomite faces on them. You're oppressed with some of these dollar bills. These things cannot save you in the time of need, right? Let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So, hey, being rich, right? Having rich, the things that you value the most, right? The money that you make, it's not going to save you when the day of the Most High comes, for one. And we're getting closer and closer to that time. It's not going to save you in the day of wrath. You know what I'm saying? But doing righteousness will deliver from the death, right? So following the ways of the Most High, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, following Yahawashi, taking heed to his words. This, that's the way to the Father. That's the way of righteousness now, right? That's the way we got to take heed to, So at the end of the day, it's best for you at this point to stay strong. You know what I'm saying? Just really to push through, We don't know what's we don't know what's ultimately going to become of him, but at this point, it's best for him to ride it all the way out, right? You're going to have to. You're past the point of apologizing to make everything better. It's way beyond that. No matter what he says, he's gone deep, and he's waking up. Best believe there's some Jakes that are catching this, that are Ye fans, right, and taking heed to this, right, because this is reaching the masses. This is deep stuff right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? If someone were to even further analyze it, because it is deeper than us just being the Jews, right? 12 tribes of Israel is even deeper than that. We know the rabbit hole goes much deeper. So this is, having the riches is what's going to save him anyway. And this goes for anyone, right? Because we're just using Ye as an example. Again, we don't know what his fate is, but we do know he's being used by the Most High, right? So all these companies dropped him. Right, all of these companies have dropped them. Again, we go through Balenciaga, that was before Adidas. Balenciaga, MRC, Creative Artist Agency, Gap. These places are removing them, and anything that that had any business or partnership. You had Donda agencies, right? One I think that believed that was in the Big Three, of Ice Cube's Big Three, got removed. They made it called the Ice Cube. Man, like people from his own agency. Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald, right? Jason Brown from the Boston Celtics and Aaron Donald, star, I believe he's defensive tackler, defensive end, one of the two, from the LA Rams, man. These guys left the agency, right? And people turning against him on top of that, right? For one, it talks about his family, the Kardashians, right? So his ex-wife, they're actually coming at him without having to say his name. But if they're supporting the ops, they ops to you too. And that's the thing. And what else? They have his daughters. Now that's again his fault. He married a heathen, but it's the aftermath of what we're dealing with, This is the aftermath. Let me see. Let me see if it was on Yahoo. Yep. Aaron Donald, Jaylen Brown part with Kanye West Donda Sports after rapper's anti-Semitic remarks. Aaron Donald announced on Tuesday that he's parting Kanye West Donda Sports in the aftermath of rapper's anti-Semitic remarks. Los Angeles Rams All-Pro announced his decision on Twitter a minute later. Boston Celtics forward Jaylen Brown likewise announced his departure from Donda Sports a day after he declared that he was sticking with West Sports Agency. They gave Jaylen Brown and his agency a call, man. They had to let him know, hey, look, and Ye said it was going to happen. Everybody that was in connection with him, they said this would happen. His point is being proven right, so he can't be crazy if his point is being proven right. Donald cited West's displays of hate and anti-Semitism as the impetus for his decision. The recent comments and displays of hate and anti-Semitism are the exact opposite of how we choose to live our lives, raise our children, Donald wrote. We find them to be irresponsible and go against everything we believe in as a family. This is nothing more than, and I'm not even going to read his letter. I may do this on a different lesson about how our people made a covenant with the heathen, and they too scared to stand up for truth, man. They got all their riches. They way too scared to stand up for truth. Look what happened with Nick Cannon when he when he, was professing the truth, when he started this before Ye, and they hit him with a quick threat, and he had the eject button real quick, man. It always happens like that because they're too afraid to lose all their possessions, to lose their name, their reputation. Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He saith unto him, Which? Yahawashi said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man saith unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up, and what lack I yet? Yahawashi said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. When the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. You see Yahawashi telling him, you keeping commandments, okay, bet. Now follow me. Right? And that's the big difference, right? That's why Yahawashi has to be preached, because people may be keeping some commandments and may be proselytes, but are you following, are you believer in Yahawashi? Most people aren't, right? Verse 23, Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Look at that. The rich man shall hardly enter the kingdom of heaven, and it's simply because of that. What? Nori had to back down. Dre disowned him. Diddy going against him. Meek Mill went against him. What else? We just read with Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown, saying they turned against him, disowned him, working with his agency, right? Plenty of people, like he said, had to separate from him. Can't even go around him. I'm sure, like the people that he was close and working with, like the Pusha T's or the Big Sean's, they can't even deal with him. No one's really standing by him, man. There's hardly any people standing in this, especially in this wicked industry, that's standing by him. And Slim Thug to some extent is. There's very few. Maybe Russell Simmons agreed to an extent, but it's very minimal, man. And they're not willing to. Most of these guys are not willing to sacrifice what they have, man. And this is why Yahawashi said it'd be hard for a rich man. A rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Even for Ye, he still has to go. You have to go all the way with it. You got to follow Yahawashi. That's the biggest part about it. Keep commandments, and if you don't follow Yahawashi, it's all for naught. It's all for naught, man. Because you have to store the treasure in heaven. People got to realize the treasure in heaven is really the bag, man. That's really the bag to work for. You know what I'm saying? You want it there, because this place about to go away, be destroyed, and your riches going along with it. Riches profit not, man. Day of wrath. You can't buy your way out of destruction. It's that simple, man. But following Yahawashi Hamashiach will lead to eternal life, and that's a treasure that's like I say, you can't. How the saying people would say you can't put a price on someone's life. Well, this is it. You can't put a price on everlasting life, man. That's just the way it is. So people, and you gotta understand too, what's gonna happen is with him, with it going down like this, be prepared for even being known that you're an Israelite. Be prepared for plenty of persecution in the matter, right? It may get to a point now, because it's being all publicized, pushed to the mainstream, that you could probably sit somewhere, go out to eat with your comrades, right? Your fellow brethren, your sisters, your rib, right? Your family. You could sit there and maybe sit at the table and say Edomites or something like that. And the those people that's sitting next to you, whatever, or in behind or front and the side of you, may not know what you're talking about. But when the stuff gets publicized more, it's brought to the forefront, and the media brings it to the mainstream more so, It's not gonna be like that, man. They see you come out wearing the fringes, they gonna know what it is. And this could cause this is gonna be set to cause race wars, riots, right? Anti-Semitism, right? It's ridiculous, so-called, right? It's ridiculous, right? For brothers, you know what I'm saying, that we be out in the corners, you'd be tougher, right? You'd be getting more pushback, things could get more violent. It's a time that we're definitely approaching right now. So it doesn't even matter, regardless of whether Ye is in the forefront, he's going to be not in the in the forefront, and he's going to be used for the Most High to go into righteousness, or he's only using them for a time being. It don't matter, because it's still going to affect us in the totality. Still going to be used on us regardless. He could totally be done and be trying to beg his way back to get all his endorsements back if that were to happen, and Yahweh forbid he does that. But if he gets to a total complete begging mode, you know what I'm saying, it's still going to affect us regardless, because now it's already out there, right? He went so hard with it's already out. His name is too high of an influence. He's too much of an influencer in today's society, right? For that to just go away. And it's facts. With the information he was spitting is facts. So on top of that, right, dealing with these fake Jews, they're going to push that narrative. They're going to push that. They're going to continue to push that we're a problem. So, hey, look, be prepared for the persecution and be ready to stand tall for Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Malak Yahushua, man. Just an example of that. Yeah, he's just an example. What we got to deal with, what we going to have to deal with. A lot of things to come, man. But you got to be willing to deal with loss, right? It could be your friends. Let's go down further. Okay. Verse 28. And Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. You gotta be willing to forsake that. Yeah, he's got to be able to do it, but bigger than that, us. Look at this. Like, this is something else I caught, right? Instagram post from the Shade Room. Well, his name, it was the mural in Chicago. His face, right? It was a face mural of Ye right there, and guess what? Someone painted black over it, right? You don't even know who that is. They just painted right over that joint. He's literally losing everything, right? People are coming at him, and a lot of it be our own people, really, right? That could, a lot of it be our own people, which have the nerve, man, not even really taking heed to these things, to what he's saying, and really examining the matter. But that's what's going to happen too. Remember, you know what I'm saying? They think they'll kill, the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They could come at us, right? And think you're doing the Most High service, right? Because this world is against truth. This world is against truth. Yeah, we're the enemy of this world because we speak the truth. Because Satan is the father of lies. So just keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. Akim and Aqua, keep that in mind. Stay 10 toes down and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Malak Yahushua. That's what we're doing, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Malak Yahushua. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, learning and/or teaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Hope this was edifying and uplifting. Till next time, Yasharallah, Shalom.